Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Hey, everyone.
Today, we're not just scratching the surface. We're doing a bit of a deep dive, taking a closer look.
All right, we've got some interesting stuff lined up based on what you've been asking about.
Yeah, exactly. We listened. So first up, that upcoming Nintendo Switch 2. Lots of buzz, lots of questions. We'll try and sort through what's what.
Then we'll shift gears to Android phones. Maybe help you figure out your next upgrade if you're in the market.
And finally, something for the home theater crowd. That tricky issue of screen glare on OLED TVs. Is a new anti-reflective coating really worth the upgrade?
Yeah, we'll look into that. We've been checking out what sources like Digital Trends are saying, trying to get past the headlines.
Cool. Okay, let's jump right in. Nintendo Switch 2. Feels like we've been waiting forever, right?
It really does.
So our source actually got some hands-on time, which is always, more revealing than just specs. First impressions, the OS, the operating system, big changes. Or more the same.
Well, it sounds like Nintendo's playing it safe, focusing on consistency. The initial feeling is that it's going to be very, very similar to the original Switch OS.
So like evolution, not revolution.
Exactly. You won't need to relearn everything. Easy transition.
That's good. Makes sense. So they didn't get a full tour, but they saw some bits of the UI accidentally.
Yeah, little glimpses, like the controller pairing pop-up, apparently identical.
Okay.
And even the UI for the Nintendo Switch Online GameCube stuff looked, well, pretty much the same.
And the home screen? Still that horizontal row of games?
Yep. Horizontal row, light or dark background option. Seems only the Nintendo Online section itself is getting a bit of a redesign.
Huh. Okay, so kind of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sort of feels that way, yeah.
I was kind of hoping for more customization, though. Remember the 3DS themes and badges? That was fun.
Yeah, that's fair. People like to personalize their stuff. But I think Nintendo's priority here is keeping that ecosystem feel consistent. Making it seamless for existing users.
Right, okay. Ecosystem consistency. Makes business sense, I guess.
Oh, and on a related note, region locking. Seems like it's mostly gone.
Mostly. What's the catch?
Well, there's a potential for a cheaper Japan-only model that might be region-locked. Maybe.
Ah, okay. Like a domestic market special.
Could be. But the main international version should be region-free.
Good. Okay, let's talk feel. How is it to actually hold the original Switch? Well, it wasn't uncomfortable, but it wasn't exactly ergonomic bliss either.
Yeah, the source described it as a similar flat brick feeling, actually.
Solid brick, huh?
Kinda. But the weight distribution is apparently good. Balanced, which is important.
Yeah, definitely better than, what was that description for the Steam Deck? Holding a cat up by its armpits?
Right. Yeah, it's not like that, thankfully. Balanced weight. But look, if you found the original uncomfortable,
then this one probably won't change your mind.
Exactly. It's a bit bigger, a bit heftier. So third-party grips will probably still be popular.
Gotcha. But there are some physical changes. Joy-Cons, maybe?
Yeah, some welcome ones. The joysticks are apparently bigger. And those little SLSR shoulder buttons on the side of the Joy-Cons, also bigger, easier to hit.
Oh, thank goodness. Those are tiny.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
And the console itself, it feels more substantial. More like holding an Apple tablet, they said. Heavier. Maybe more premium feeling.
Okay. Bit more heft. What about the Pro controller?
C is very similar to the old one. Main difference is a new C button, apparently. The Joy-Con grip accessory also feels about the same. Comfortable for some, maybe not for others.
Okay. Let's get to the juicy part. Games. Third-party support. Everyone's wondering, especially with that whole Microsoft Activision thing, promising Xbox games.
Right.
Can the Switch 2 actually run that stuff well? What's the power situation looking like?
Okay, this is key. We need realistic expectations here. Yes, Microsoft is committed to bringing games over, but power-wise, think more along the lines of a Steam Deck.
Not a PS5 or Series X competitor, then.
Definitely not. It's still a hybrid console, prioritizing portability. We shouldn't expect top-end performance like on dedicated home consoles.
So forget running the latest AAA monsters at max settings.
Probably, yeah, but there's a big but here.
Yeah.
DLSS.
Ah, the NVIDIA magic. Deep learning super sampling.
Exactly. AI upscaling. It's confirmed for games like Cyberpunk 2077. It lets the console render at a lower resolution internally and then uses AI to upscale it smartly. So better performance without visuals tanking completely.
That sounds crucial for a device like this.
It really is. And the chip also supports ray tracing.
Wow, ray tracing on a Switch.
Yep. For more realistic lighting, reflections, shadows in games that support it, Pretty impressive for a portable.
Okay, but back to those really demanding games. Hellblade 2, Starfield, are those even feasible?
That's still a bit uncertain how those specific ones will run. But the source did see some third-party stuff running nicely. Split Fiction, Cyberpunk looked good apparently, Street Fighter 6 too.
Okay, so there's potential.
There is. DLSS is going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, I suspect. For something demanding like, say, Call of Duty, you're probably looking at maybe 30 frames per second, possibly using upscaling when docked.
Right. Manage those expectations. Okay, let's switch gears completely. Android phones. Someone's looking for a new one right now. What are the top picks?
Okay, so the experts over at Digital Trends have a couple of strong recommendations. First, for the more premium end but not the most expensive, is the OnePlus 13.
OnePlus 13, what's the draw?
Really nice design, classy, durable. It's got the latest Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, so it's super fast. Battery life is apparently great, like a couple of days.
A couple of days. Nice.
Yeah, and super fast charging too. Plus, the camera system, done with Hasselblad, gets high marks. It even has this cool Hasselblad X-Band mode for a wide cinematic photo style.
Sounds pretty packed price.
Around $900,
Yeah.
so less than something like a Galaxy S25 Ultra is likely to be. Got a 9 out of 10 rating, their current top Android pick overall.
Okay, solid option. What if $900 is a bit steep? More budget-friendly.
Then the recommendation is the Google Pixel 9a, around $500.
Ah, the Pixel A series. Always good value.
Exactly. Praised for its clean design, flat back panel this time. Great user-friendly software, obviously it's Google. Well built. Battery life also good for a couple of days.
And the Pixel cameras are usually strong.
Yep, solid camera, especially because you get all those Google photo editing smarts.
Mm-hmm.
It also got a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And interestingly, it's actually the phone the expert is using daily right now.
Oh, okay. That says something. So both highly rated, just different price points.
Pretty much sums it up.
What about foldables? Still niche, but catching on? By now, wait.
The advice is a bit mixed. They say don't buy the OnePlus Open right now. It came out in 2023, and there's no sequel expected this year, apparently.
Okay, so avoid that one. What is recommended?
If you really want a foldable now, the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is called out as excellent. It's pricey, yeah, like $1,800. Yeah. But it's relatively new, performs well, and the feeling is don't expect massive leaps in the next generation, like a Pixel 10 Pro Fold or Galaxy Z Fold 7 super soon. So if you want one, the 9 Pro Fold is a good buy right now.
Got it. And quickly, phone batteries. Everyone worries about the health percentage. When should you actually replace it?
Well, basically, it's less about the number and more about your actual experience. Does the phone still last as long as you need it to?
Right. If it gets you through the day, who cares if it says 85%?
Exactly. It's when it starts dying unexpectedly or you're charging it constantly, that's when it's time to think about replacement, regardless of the percentage.
Makes sense. And some phones are getting easier to repair, right?
Yeah, like the HMD Skyline.
Yeah.
They're partnering with iFixit for official parts, including batteries. That's a good trend towards more sustainability.
Definitely. Okay, last topic, OLED TVs and reflections. We had a listener with an LG CX, great TV, but a window behind them causes glare. Is upgrading just for better anti-reflective coating worth it?
It absolutely could be. Anti-reflective tech has gotten noticeably better on OLEDs. And for that specific problem, a bright room, a window causing issues, Samsung TVs are worth a serious look.
Ah, Samsung. Okay. We know they do things differently with HDR, no Dolby Vision, but their anti-glare, is it actually good?
Yeah, they've got this polarizing anti-glare tech that's apparently very effective. It was on their 2024 flagship OLED, the S95D.
Right, the S95D.
And now, for 2025, they're putting it on their top QLED bin-OLEDs too, like the Q90F.
Okay, so you have options. If you absolutely must have OLED and the best anti-glare, that's the Samsung S95F.
Correct. That's likely the best bet for OLED purists needing maximum glare reduction.
But what about that QLED, the Q90F mini-LED?
Yes, exactly. The Q90F will have that same advanced anti-glare tech plus much higher peak brightness because it's mini-LED. So for daytime viewing in a really bright room, it might actually be the better overall choice, even if it's not OLED.
Interesting trade-off. But
Yeah.
no Dolby Vision on either Samsung? Is that a major loss compared to the LG?
Look, it's a factor to consider. But the question is, how much will you really notice the difference between Dolby Vision and, say, HDR10 or HDR10 Plus, which Samsung supports well?
Compared to the benefit of getting rid of annoying reflections.
Precisely. Our expert mentioned having a great experience with HDR10 Plus on a Samsung Q90C, the 2023 model. The most noticeable improvement for this listener is almost certainly going to come from tackling that reflection problem head-on.
So the glare reduction probably outweighs the HDR format difference in this case.
Very likely, yeah. Fixing the glare will make watching anything much more enjoyable.
Makes total sense. Okay, some really practical advice there. Well, that kind of wraps up our quick hits for today. Hopefully that gives you some good food for thought on the Switch 2, Android options, and TV upgrades.
Yeah, just trying to cut through some of the noise and focus on what matters for you.
Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.